morning update and make it better with Kickoff Sports Show, where we will be serving you all the latest from tennis, basketball, Formula One, football, exclusive interviews, and lots more.
Hamilton going for the move on Alonso at the 130. These two great side by side.
Martinelli! Oh yes! Gabriel Martinelli is back with a bang!
Headlines from Nigerian newspapers, behind the papers from the stand, analysis on burning trending issues across Nigeria and beyond.
The problem is not politics or tribalism but corruption.
The governors will say, give us our own slot. The chairman of local government will say, give us our own slot. Who does those slots go to?
Your friend, they arrest you, they detain you, and they release you. That's all.
Hello, my name is Oladapo Okunubi.
My name is Victory Onyedikachi.
My name is Adedamola Lafenwa.
And my name is Favor Oloruntola.
Join us weekdays 9 a.m. on your Remedy Radio dial, Solutions 939 FM.
Here, we make it different from the norm.
Radio is all about information, education, and entertainment.
Maybe that's before now. Solutions 93.9 FM has raised the standard of radio broadcast to preferring solutions in all human angle. 939 FM, the remedy.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Well, a few hours after Super Eagles of Nigeria drew against Lesotho. I mean, the draw almost looked like maybe a loss. But a lot of people, maybe we say underrated Lesotho. But it ended 1-1 at the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier game decided in Uyo. Well, remember, Nigeria's got another game to play on the road. But we also look at that on the show this morning. Well, on the Twitter, Jay Sam will be joining me. He's an online football writer and analyst as we look at what happened to Super Eagles of Nigeria yesterday. Maybe jet lag, maybe too much pressure, or maybe underrating their opponent. We as well look at updates coming from the world of tennis. Formula One this morning, same as boxing. It is Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury getting a date for 2024 for the bout. Well, for Tyson Fury saying, well, he has already defeated some boxers and he's just good to go. This and more. We also look at NBA as well. This morning, my name is Oladapo Okunubi, aka Young Striker 9. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, Solutions 939 FM. Games are also going down across the globe. Shegun Afolabi, thank you for joining us this morning. Let's go! Okay, so let's start with Formula One this morning, where Formula One's return to Las Vegas was thrown into chaos as the opening practice session was cancelled after just 8 minutes of action due to a broken manhole cover damaging the cars of Carlos Sainz and Esteban Ocon. With F1 returning to Las Vegas for the first time since 1982 on an all-new circuit, a red flag was thrown by the race director after Ocon Alpine and then Sainz's Ferrari suffered significant damage, having run over the damaged part of the track on the main straight. Okay, so we keep monitoring situation right there in Las Vegas for the GP FP2 will start. Update you're also getting is that the Las Vegas GP FP2 start has been delayed amid rain cover chaos. We are also getting still monitoring over there. But now let's move on this morning and let's start boxing.
Yeah, we will see. You can't beat me. You can never beat me. If you beat me in your dreams, you better wake up and apologise. I stole that from Ali, by the way, sorry. Enough? Do you have a response or that's all? Let's go ahead. Hey, my friend. You stop? Maybe enough? Sorry? Enough? Enough what? You stop talking? I come here to pick a fight. I didn't come here to play games. I didn't get all dressed up for nothing. I come here to fight. Or pick one even. You ugly little man. You ugly little man. Little man. Yes, I'm little man. No, you're not that little. You're about average size.
Okay, so that was the press conference yesterday, an altercation of words between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. Although after that press conference, Tyson Fury vowed to halt Alexander Usyk's quest for total domination in their undisputed heavyweight world championship showdown going down February 17, 2024. The hotly anticipated clash between the WBC King and unified WBA, WBO and IBF title holder Usyk was finally confirmed for early next year at a Fury press conference in London. Confirmation that a pair would meet in Saudi Arabia to unify all of the titles in boxing's glamour division for the first time since 1999 came one day after a heavyweight card featuring Joshua and one of Tyson Fury's previous opponent, Deontay Wilder, was announced for December 23. Now for Tyson Fury, making it clear that, well, doesn't care. He has defeated Deontay Wilder before, and Usyk has also done that against Anthony Joshua. So, what are you expecting?
I've already beat Wilder 3 times, twice, and Usyk beat Joshua twice. So, you know, it's a battle now of the beater-uppers fighting each other. Not a lot. Yes, big shout out to Saudi fans yet again, making it happen. I'm bringing the heat in Saudi. February 17th. Be there, be square, get your tickets now. It's happening.
All right, so let's wait for 2024, and we hope that Tyson Fury will not jump through the window or postpone the bout to affect Usyk psychologically. Now going straight and talking NBA this morning, where Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr did not hesitate to call out forward Draymond Green for the actions that landed him a 5-game suspension. Remember, Tuesday night, Green was one of 3 players ejected after a fight during which he grabbed Minnesota Timberwolves center Rudy Gobert around the neck. You don't lose your cool. Come on, you have to focus on the game. Now let's look at games decided in the wee hours up today. 2 matches. Golden State Warriors earlier today lost 109 to 128 points against OKC Thunders as Miami Heat defeated Brooklyn Nets 122 to 115 points. Well, remember, tomorrow morning games are going down starting 1 a.m. where Charlotte Nets will take on Milwaukee Bucks, New York Knicks against Washington Wizards as Atlanta Hawks will be up against Philadelphia 76ers. Cleveland Cavaliers will be up against Detroit Pistons, as San Antonio Spurs will be up against Sacramento Kings. Toronto Raptors will take on Boston Celtics, and by 2 o'clock, Chicago Bulls will be expecting Orlando Magic at their own ground. Denver Nuggets will be the guest of New Orleans Pelicans, as Portland Trail Blazers will be up against LA Lakers by 4 a.m. Same time, Phoenix Suns is taking on Utah Jazz, and LA Clippers battling Houston Rockets. Now, quickly looking at updates coming from the world of tennis this morning. Carlo Alcaraz will be up against Daniil Medvedev today in the ATP Red Group. The ATP Finals in the Red Group by 2:30, while Andrew Rublev will battle Alexander Zverev. And in the doubles, we have Neo Skupski teaming up with Wesley Koolhof against Rohan Bopana and Matthew Emden. And the second doubles going down 6 o'clock today. Rajiv Ram will team up with Joe Salisbury against Rinki Hijikata and Jensen Kobula. Updates this morning from the Champion USA ATP Challenger. Games going down today. Martin Dam will be up against Alex Markelsen and Michelle Kroger against Tuan Droget. Anthony Quinn will be up against Nino Sendorosic. That's the updates we're getting from this side. Now let's move straight to the second half of the show where we talk football. Super Eagles of Nigeria. Our main focus this morning, where we also look at some other updates.
is now right here at Solutions 93.9 FM, kids. And you can have a fantastic end of the year party also. With just 2,000 Naira, you can see Santa Claus right here. And guess what? With the same ticket, you gain entrance into Solutions 93.9 FM's annual Kiddies End of the Year party.
Party after party, after party, after party.
Parents, schools, churches, and organizations. From December 1, 2023, Santa Claus will be here with goodie bags for your kids. With this token, you can allow your kids to experience the wonders of Christmas and the pleasurable end of the year season. If you demand, we can also transfer Santa Claus to your schools, your churches, and your organizations and anywhere at a discounted rate. All you have to do is reach out to us at 100 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Aweni House, Okeado, Ibadan. Or you can contact us on 0817-452-0785 or 0818-090-5832. Solutions 93.9 FM Santa's Grotto. Let the kids dream.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Okay, welcome back. Check the time right now. It is 9:10 from the Remedy Radio Dial Solutions 939 FM here in the city of Ibadan. Now let's talk football here. Super Eagles of Nigeria started their World Cup, qualifier campaign against, their opponents yesterday, and the game ended 1-1. If you look at the game, a lot of people have got different opinion about this, but we have undisputed J Sam. Well, he was at a game yesterday in Uyo. Looking at what happened to Super Eagles of Nigeria, remember Lesotho, a lot of people underrated them, but were they that perfect against Super Eagles of Nigeria? On this Mr. J Sam, top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you, young striker. It's a pleasure joining on the show this lovely Friday morning, and good morning to our listeners as well.
Okay, so how is Uyo this morning?
Well, Uyo is quiet. There's no rain. At least affect outside. There's no rain at this moment because there was heavy downpour during and after the game yesterday. Part of this moment, there's no rain, and everyone is just going around, going about their business.
Okay, so can we attribute the rain to Nigeria's poor performance, or maybe we say for their performance? Don't let me target a poor performance, because we created chances, but we could not, hit the back of the net as early as possible. Mishemi Ajayi getting the equalizer for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. What went wrong with the boys?
Well, it's not about the rain, because the pitch was still in good state during the game. Even after the game had finished, when it was raining heavily, the pitch was still very, very good. So the case of the pitch not being good didn't exist yesterday, as in the case in Abuja some few months ago during the World Cup qualifier. And I think during some of the AFCON qualifiers, I think we started the AFCON qualifiers there against Sierra Leone. So I think the players have themselves to blame. This one is not even on the coach. I don't think we really need anything special to beat Lesotho. I just felt like the players were too relaxed in the opening 45 minutes, and they didn't add urgency to their game until after they conceded. And sitting with a couple of colleagues at the media stand, they were like, this Lesotho team, they've not been creating that much, but if they can get one or two set pieces, they might just get a goal, and that was what happened. So I think the reaction from the players was very poor right from the start. They didn't show enough zeal and determination to take all 3 points. So it was after they conceded, then they started creating more goal scoring chances up front, leading to get the point and then get the win in the end. But it didn't happen, and I wasn't surprised, to be honest.
You were not surprised. Why? Is it because players got into the camp late? Because Joseph Pesario, during his pre-match said that there was not enough time for the team to gel, to play together, to train ahead of the game. And I said something that maybe this man is giving an excuse ahead of the game.
Well, he also said it yesterday. He said it during the post-match that I think a journalist asked why Nigeria is playing on Thursday, why not Sunday, then play the second game against Zimbabwe, maybe 2 days later, or Wednesday or Tuesday. That would have given the boys enough time to prepare, train, and plan for this game. And I feel like these guys not as if they are coming from their homes. They are coming from their clubs where they've been active. So what special training do you need? Just last month, you had 2 international friendlies with the team. And apart from, say, Samuel Chukwueze and Victor Osimhen, who were not part of this squad this time around, every other player played the last time. Maybe apart from the other back goalkeepers that were called up. And they were not even utilized during the course of the game. So I don't feel the coach has a lot of blame in terms of selections. I feel Jamilu Collins, who has not started the game for us in a long while, should have started that game. That's always Zedu Sanusi, and Zedu Sanusi was not called up. And Bruno impressed very well during those international friendlies, and everyone felt he should have started as the left back. Then Bright Osai somewhere has been good for us, to be honest, but Online has been the man on the right-hand side. And even when he decided to make those late changes, it didn't just work out. Bright was so limited in the game because Vijana who played up front of him didn't play with him that much, so that for him to get to the byline and put in those fantastic crosses. I just think that we really do not need several training sessions to play against this side. Even when we had several training sessions against Guinea-Bissau in Abuja, we still lost 1-0 at home, only for us to go travel away and win that game 1-0 as well. So I think it's just business. I don't think it counts for me. And personally, the players should also be held accountable. I think some of them might get the feeling that Nigerians are not pleased, and they will never be pleased with their performances in recent times. And that's why a lot of persons question the desire of the NFF sending the hashtag for the AFCON, let's do it again. Because the evidence on ground is not sufficient enough for us to believe in that mantra.
Okay.
So that's the problem. But I think the players, the coaches, and everybody should hold themselves accountable.
Okay, so in 15 seconds, let us wrap this up. What do you expect in the second World Cup qualifiers against Zimbabwe?
I think Zimbabwe, they are playing away in Rwanda in Kigali, so it's a neutral ground. And yesterday, Pesero was complete that I think the game will be played around 1 p.m. or so. That he said on artificial talk, he was complaining about the stuff. So the players, they just need to go out there and give it their all. That's the most important thing now, regardless of the other results in the group. We have 10 games, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Today, and we've played just one. We have 9 months to go. So there's plenty of games to play. They just need to take it as they come. And more importantly, they need to beat Zimbabwe, at least to put us back on track.
All right, thank you very much on this picture, Jay Sam, for your thoughts this morning all the way from Uyo.
You're welcome. Always a pleasure.
Okay, all right. Well, you just heard on this picture, Jay Sam, all the way from Uyo. That should be Akwa Ibom State. Well, we'll go on a break, and when we return, we'll talk more football stories. Do not move a muscle.
Your comfort is important. If you're looking for quality, classy, comfortable, and imported furniture, Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise is a place for you. At Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, we've got a wide range of top-notch imported furniture for you at affordable prices. Name it: sofas, royal marble dining sets, executive furnitures of all kinds, banquet furniture, bed and dressing mirror, kitchen cabinets, and lots more. Our intention is to make you feel comfortable always by providing quality furniture, whether at home, office, hotel, lounge and bar, and so on. Hurry now. Contact us today at Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, shop number AA 18 to 20, Railway Shopping Complex, Aleshiloye Market, and shop 8A to 11, Railway Shopping Line, by Alalubosa Junction, Iyagonku Railway Crossing, Ibadan. Call 0802-303-0550 or 0706-225-2649. Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, home of quality furniture made for you.
My name na Taiwo Kuka.
My name na Kehinde Kuka.
We be twins.
We small. Mama and papa then they joke say now only one pikin then they expect. But not two of us them get.
Actually, na me then they expect to. Na she then get as a wolf.
I beg you.
Na me be the golden child.
Anyway, our life be like this Momo 100% recharge bonus. Where we say you go get double of any amount where you recharge.
Go recharge your MTN line now for Momo app or dial *671# now.
Make Momo summer you better bonus.
Download the Momo app now or dial *671# to enjoy. Momo, better pass cash.
When great minds meet, great ideas inspire and transform a great nation. Wherever you are, National Advertising Conference is calling.
So, join us. Let's share perspectives on how brand narratives are developing talents, inspiring alternatives, and supporting a more creative economy. Theme: Marketing Communication as an enabler of national transformation.
Yes, Abuja will be on standstill from December 6th to 8th, 2023. Venue: International Conference Center, Abuja. Time: 9 a.m. each day.
Register at www.nationaladvertisingconference.com.
National Advertising Conference 2023. Let's engage marketing communications for national transformation.
Turn up, let's turn the nation around.
You will explain, Taya. Feel the pressure now when you come to my face.
Francesca. It goes down when my disconnect.
Better rest. You don't try, you don't do. Better rest.
But baby, I don't know that number.
Hey.
Oh yeah, now say it with your favorite lyrics on Spotify.
Santa Claus is now right here at Solutions 93.9 FM, kids, and you can have a fantastic end of the year party also. With just 2,000 naira, you can see Santa Claus right here. And guess what? With the same ticket, you gain entrance into Solutions 93.9 FM's annual Kiddies End of the Year party.
Party after party, after party, after party.
Parents, schools, churches, and organizations. From December 1, 2023, Santa Claus will be here with goodie bags for your kids. With this token, you can allow your kids to experience the wonders of Christmas and the pleasurable end of the year season. If you demand, we can also transfer Santa Claus to your schools, your churches, and your organizations and anywhere at a discounted rate. All you have to do is reach out to us at 100 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Aweni House, Okeado, Ibadan. Or you can contact us on 0817-452-0785 or 0818-090-5832. Solutions 93.9 FM Santa's Grotto. Let the kids breathe.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ nílùú Ìbàdàn. Solutions 93.9 FM.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
All right, guys, so welcome back to Kickoff Sports Show, live on Solutions 939 FM. It is the first half of the AM update. What you listen to on the Twitter, J Sam, all the way from Uyo earlier in the course of the show. But now let's go straight and look at games going down today on the continent, talking about the World Cup qualifiers in Africa. Comoros will be up against Central Africa Republic by 2 o'clock. Same time, Libya is battling Eswatini. Guinea will host Uganda, and by 5 o'clock, Ghana will be up against Madagascar as Liberia will lock hands with Malawi. Chipolopolo of Zambia will take on Congo as Burkina Faso will be up against Guinea-Bissau by 8 o'clock. Same 8 o'clock, Cameroon will be up against Mauritius, and former champions Ivory Coast will be up against Seychelles by same 8 o'clock. Chad will be up against Mali. Tunisia will take on Sao Tome and Principe. Moving away from Africa this morning, let's go straight to South America qualifiers. And Uruguay defeated Argentina 2-0. And remember, Lionel Messi, coming into that one, but that also ended their unbeaten run. But after that defeat, Lionel Messi could not help his team, and he also came out to credit, his countryman and former national team coach Marcelo Bielsa for implementing his style on Uruguay. Okay, well, the result handed Argentina their first loss in competitive match since the World Cup group stage opener against Saudi Arabia during last year's final in Qatar. Now, let's look at another result that also came out. That was Colombia beating Brazil 2-1 as Chile, Paraguay ended the game goalless with 2 players sent off, 1 each per team. All right, now let's move on the show this morning and talk more football stories there as we go straight talk about Dani Alves' case. Spain's tax office will have to give back 3.2 million euros to Dani Alves after a high court in the country upheld the player's appeal in a tax fraud case. Alves, who has been in jail in Barcelona since January awaiting trial on sexual assault charge, has appealed against a verdict handed down by the Madrid's administrative court. Alves insisted that he had made a correct declaration of Spain's tax authorities regarding his image right earnings during the 2009, 2010 and 2010-2011 campaigns while a Barcelona player. Now, this will look like a hammer on Mikel Arteta, most especially after the game against Newcastle United. Mikel Arteta has been charged by the Football Association over comment he made after Arsenal's defeat by Newcastle earlier this month. The Gunners boss branded the VAR decision not to rule out Anthony Gordon's goal in his side's 1-0 defeat at St. James's Park an absolute disgrace. Well, now let's go about Ivan Toney, who he has been reportedly, he may be making a demand to a release clause if he is to sign a new contract with Brentford. However, going into January transfer window, we're getting an update that Saudi Arabia have won the Premier League clubs. They will come for their top players once more in January. So who are the top players in England that may be moving to Saudi Arabia? I know of Mo Salah, but maybe the money is good enough. But hey, Mo Salah is now getting his rhythm right, just like someone who's ready to take up the mic here. Favor Lawrentola joins me on the other side as we look at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. We also look at our Nigerian judiciary system. Favor, how you doing, my lord? I said my lord, my lord, my lord, not my love. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Oh, I know. Maybe you felt like you need cotton board.
The Lord took me unawares. Like I wasn't expecting my Lord this morning.
My Lord. Well, I don't know.
Good morning. Happy weekend to you.
Well, weekend started, and you look like someone going for a weekend. But let's just start it on the show. Do not go anywhere. It is still AM updates. Good morning, Ibadan.
Stopping. You guys have the best music. Turn it up. TSOL.
The Remedy.
Solutions FM.
Radio is all about information, education, and entertainment.
Maybe that's before now. Solutions 93.9 FM has raised the standard of radio broadcast to preferring solutions in all human angle. 939 FM. The Remedy. Ẹ káàárọ̀ nílùú Ìbàdàn. Solutions 93.9 FM.
Let's be dynamic with your morning update and make it better with Kickoff Sports Show, where we will be serving you all the latest from tennis, basketball, Formula One, football, exclusive interviews, and lots more.
Hamilton going for the move on Alonso at the 130. These two great side by side. Martinelli! Oh yes! Gabriel Martinelli is back with a bang!
Headlines from Nigerian newspapers, behind the papers from the stand, analysis on burning trending issues across Nigeria and beyond.
The problem is not politics or tribalism, but corruption.
The governors will say, give us our own slot. The chairman of local government will say, give us our own slot. Who does those slots go to?
You offend, they arrest you, they detain you, and they release you. That's all.
Hello, my name is Oladapo Okunubi.
My name is Victory Onyedikachi. My name is Adedamola Lafenwa.
And my name is Favor Oloruntola.
Join us weekdays 9 a.m. on your Remedy Radio dial, Solutions 939 FM.
Here, we make it different from the norm.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
My Lourdes, you're welcome back. Okay, it's still AM update right here on Solutions 93.9 FM. Welcome to the second half of the program. Well, actually, for Fridays, remember, it's an open mic session where you have the chance to, lend your own opinion concerning the stories that we've been reading out since Monday to this point. Of course, our analyst will also be with us this morning, and that's Impressive Comrade Ulon Motosho. And of course, I'm not doing it alone. The Lourdes, if I'm Lourdes is right beside me, ready to.
My learned colleague.
Your it's no longer Lourdes.
No, my learned colleague.
My learned colleague.
Favor Oloruntola.
Okay.
And your
learned colleague in
Oladapo.
Okay.
Okay, so this morning we've got with me The Nation and Punch newspapers.
Okay, I'll be reading through the Nigerian Tribune and the Vanguard newspaper.
Okay, remember Mr. President returned to the country yesterday after his trip to Guinea-Bissau. Remember, it was also at the Saudi Africa Summit. Well, we look at this and more this morning. Something also happened at the House of Rep yesterday. Well, some people, that should be... What?
Chief of Staff didn't
No. I mean, some security agencies were expected to be at the House of Representatives yesterday, but they did not show up. Why?
Well, they sent representatives.
They were not. The House of Rep members were not expecting the representatives. They were expecting their leaders. But we look at this morning because before their appointments and even the National Assembly clearing them, they came themselves.
Okay, now that they've gotten it,
so
where are they?
We look at this and more. This is 932. You can watch us live via Facebook, YouTube, Solutions 939 FM.
Okay, first shot from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. The banner headline here is on the governorship election, especially the inconclusive one. Anxiety in Kano, Plateau as court orders rerun in Zamfara. 3 local governments affected. That's on page 8. Okay, let's move away from that. While we were against borrowing of finance 2024 budget, that's Finance Minister. Southeast, North Central get 3 new Supreme Court justices each as FJSC nominates ex-CGN's son, 21 others for evaluation. Page 10. Splinter group emerges in Edo PDP. Insecurity, reps turn back representatives in service chips master pair. Osun governor suspends CJ, appoints Afolabi to act. 80-year-old woman dies in Lagos building collapse, and we also have this one on insecurity. We inherited tough period, says Ribadu as editors conference, page 12. And there is a picture right here in Oyo State where Seyi Makinde, the governor, is holding a ribbon just to open a new mosque that was built by the Oyo government. You can get that story on the front page or the pages of the Nigerian Tribune this morning.
Okay, going straight to the Punch newspaper this morning. Starting with the cap headlines. Forex. FG blames low export earnings, plans diversification. And the next cap headline, banks USSD debt to telcos hit 200 billion naira. Senate summons service chiefs, demands security rejig. And looking at the banner headline this morning from the Punch newspaper, be patient. Inherited crisis won't disappear overnight. Ribadu. Now looking at two riders to that banner headline, NSA appeals to Nigerians, says Tinubu inherited poor economy and insecurity. Expose deficit inherited from Buhari. Be transparent. Obi challenges FG. The front page picture from the Punch newspaper this morning is from Guinea. That's Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau 50. Tinubu pledges support for West Africa's democracy. Now, looking at issue headlines. PSC, NPF consider 65 years as please retirement age. 8-year-old woman dies in Lagos building collapse. This and more you can find from the Punch newspaper.
Okay, on the Vanguard newspaper this morning, why kidnapping has replaced armed robbery? That's NSA. Senate summons NSA service chiefs over insecurity. Reps Fune turn back service chiefs, IGP representative over debate on security challenges. Bandits adopt Kaduna district head as soldiers ambush armed supplier. Gunmen kill abducted priests after collecting 1 million naira ransom in Kogi. It's a very sad story there. NMA threatens strike over kidnap of 10 doctors in Enugu. Now, MTEF/FSB. We can't continue borrowing to fund Nigeria's budget. Wale Edo. Page 8. FJSC okays 22 justices for evaluation to Supreme Court. Appeal Court declares Zamfara governorship election inconclusive. Capital importation to manufacturing sector rises 88.2% to $861 million. Page 19 of the Vanguard newspaper. Now, looted funds. We've seized 45 billion naira. Identified terrorist identifiers of financiers. Federal government, page 9. And CSOs to Tinubu cancel recent civil service promotion examination. You can find that story on page 12. And on sports, World Cup qualifier. Sloppy Super Eagles service rampaging Lesotho. Survive rampaging Lesotho in Uyo. Page 38 of the Vanguard newspaper. That is the most trending sports story this morning.
Okay. I mean, yesterday when the game was going on, I just had to change the screen and do other things. I was most especially when we considered. I said, okay, now here we are.
But thank God to Shemi Ajayi.
Shemi Ajayi, yes,
that was an equalizer.
I mean, we created a lot of chances yesterday, but unfortunately, I mean, I spoke to Undisputed J Sam, who's currently in Uyo, and he said, I mean, the guys were very sloppy, and they were like Rob Van Dam, you know, not until when Van Dam starts seeing blood. That they will start fighting.
But
no.
Maybe it still boils down to the fact that a lot of people are complaining about the goalkeeper.
No, it's not about the goalkeeper. It wasn't the mistake of a goalkeeper.
No,
I mean,
hold on. You know, they came into the camp very late, right? And maybe that could have contributed to everything that is going that went on yesterday. But let's look at other games for the qualifiers and see if Nigeria can qualify.
Yes,
we
I
shouldn't.
mean, we've got a lot of games. We have a lot of games.
Yes, we shouldn't lose hope.
I mean, that's the first game. That's the first game. We still have like 9 more games to go.
Okay,
We have another game.
It's a very long way to go.
Okay, so let's look at the Nation newspaper this morning. Federal government can't rely on loans to fund 2024 budget, says Minister. 2023 poll. Why INEC experienced internet sabotage. Sultan hails Makinde for building mosque in Ibadan. Academics, senior lawyers snubbed in Supreme Court justices nomination. Right after that, NJC get 11 nominees to fill vacancies. And red and yellow headline from the Nation newspaper this morning. Appeal Court declares Zamfara poll inconclusive. Judgment today in Kano polls. Now, if we get to different reactions to that. Now, the banner headline from the Nation newspaper, Ribado, government winning battle against oil theft, banditry. 2 riders to that. Oil production has risen to 1.7 BPD. Senate invites service chiefs for briefing. 31 EXCO members pass confidence vote in Akeredolu. And 2 riders to that. 2 commissioners abstain. Return to Akure now. Group tells governor. And well, we can also see the front page picture of the Guinea-Bissau event. I mean, Guinea-Bissau at 50. And well, we see President Bola Tinubu there. Old ways on display during off-season polls, says Abdul Salami Panel. Well, this and more, what we'll be discussing this morning. Well, Comrade Oluwamotosho will be joining us, and after that, Comrade Ayode Jadishakwe will also be wrapping that up. But first, let's go to the National Assembly with what happened yesterday.
The House has extended invitation to the heads of the security agencies, not for the purposes of investigation, but for dialogue and explanation of the things around that space. I want to pray that we don't break this sacred tradition of our house, lest we be taken for granted. I therefore move that this sectoral engagement be suspended until they come to address us, take our questions, explain certain things to us. And I mean, those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Our dear brothers, you have heard from the House in an emphatic manner that this House does not encourage, does not accept representation, particularly at this high-level engagement. We thank you for coming. Please convey our message to your service chiefs that we understand the tight schedules they have, and we are willing to make an adjustment to reschedule this engagement to Tuesday next week for them to appear in person.
Well, Speaker of the House of Reps, Tajudeen Abbas, speaking there yesterday. I mean, the House was angry, after they had to postpone, the debate which they were meant to have due to the failure of service chiefs to appear in person for the event. Comrade Oluwamotosho all the way from Abuja joins us live on the show this morning. Good morning to you, Abuja man. Comrade Oluwamotosho, thank you for joining us.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
All right, how's Abuja this morning?
How are you guys doing in the studio there?
We are fine, thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Okay, so, Comrade, let's go straight to part of the burning issues this morning. It is more of the service chiefs who failed to show up at the National Assembly for the debate. And part of the things we are seeing here, I mean, one of the comments we got was that when they were about to be screened, these people went to the National Assembly. When they were about to defend their budget, they went to the National Assembly. But now to go for a debate, they decided not to go and send representatives. Don't you think that has also belittled the House of Representatives?
Well, I think there is something. This is a trend that needed to be checked, and because it is not just happening, it has been happening. We've been hearing things like this before now, and I think that was one of the things that led to one of the ministers during when they were being screened, that the National Assembly said they were not going to clear him and all that. Now, I think it has to do with the National Assembly itself, because I discovered that sometimes they get themselves involved in. They caught a kind of picture that makes a lot of people see them as people that shouldn't be taken serious. And of course, when you present yourself that way, then only people will give you the kind of respect and regard that you deserve. And really, in a healthy democracy, the arm of government that should command the highest respect of the people is the National Assembly, because it is populated by the representatives of the people, and then the executive is just elected there, and the National Assembly has a responsibility to check them, to ensure check and balances by oversight functions and all that. But that is happening like this. It has to do partly with the way they carry themselves. That's one. And the second aspect is we have seen this also, which points to the kind of the arrogance of let me not go that hard. The way, probably because of the training of the men in uniform. Now, they are not used. It appears they are not used to the tenets of democracy, because in any democratic settings, when if you have accepted to serve, the position of service chief is political. It is purely political. It is not as if as a military man you get promoted and then you get promoted until you become the chief of army staff. No. It is when it gets to the level of, say, Inspector General of Police, the chief of army staff, the chief of naval staff, and all of them. It is, they are all political. And that's the reason why some junior officers will be appointed, and those who are his senior in service will need to be retired, because it is not as if you graduate to get to that level. So when you have agreed, if you agreed to accept to serve as a service chief in whatever respect, in any of the organization, you must bring yourself to the level, and then to realize and understand that you have to obey. You have to obey the tenets of the democratic settings that brought you in there. Now, if the National Assembly summons you and you refuse to go there, as a matter of fact, what we should see is the president issuing query to them and asking them why they are not doing that. Now, because it is we are with the secreting the democratic authority. Okay. They have the power to do that. So if this trend must be halted. Okay. It must stop. It must never happen again. And the National Assembly must now begin to carry themselves in such a way that they will command the respect of the people, and people will see them for who they are.
Okay. All right, comrade. Now let's look at this particular headline, because it has also generated different reaction, most especially from the opposition, Labour Party. Wari Badu said, saying that Nigeria, the current government inherited, crisis, inherited, a lot of things. And look at the front page of the Punch. Be patient. Inherited crisis won't disappear overnight. This is coming from Ribadu. And NSA appeals to Nigeria and says Tinubu inherited poor economy insecurity. Remember, Tinubu said that he will not complain because he requested for the job. Now, why is Ribadu now speaking on behalf of Mr. President?
Hold on. On Wednesday, I remember that I read an headline where the president made mention of the fact that he also had a lot of security challenges to face, that he inherited it as well. So if Ribadu is speaking on behalf of the president had already spoken as well. Why the complaints when he said he wasn't going to complain?
Well, it may not really be. It depends on the way we view it. Now, the economy is bad, and everybody is feeling the brunt. Everybody is feeling the pain. So, and there is this clamor for better the standard of living, for better days. And the president is also aware. The president hears that. And at that level, if the president is not making a national broadcast, and he has his aide talking about this and all that, it's a way of saying that the president saying, okay, I understand what you're saying, but this is the situation. So it's going to take some time to do that. And it is not new that we are seeing that every successive government will blame the past administration for the woes. Even though look at the past administration complained and blamed PDP for the woes of their performance, for their poor performance for a whole 8 years. And now, it is the turn now of this administration to now look at those things that the past administration didn't do. Because while they were supposed to face governance, they were blaming the past administration. Yes, we all know that the economy had gotten to a level that needs some divine intervention now, if I may say that, to recover. But then, I think what they should do is, what we need them to do is work harder, is work more. Yes, they said they are working, and we want to believe that they are working because we see and we hear that they go to the office regularly, and whatever they are doing in the office had not been felt on the streets until we get improved economy, and then people can eat better than they are doing now. Until then, before we know that they are really working. Yes, the economy was bad. They inherited bad economy. But they told us they are going to turn things around. So that's, they already know when they got there. Now that they know, let them get cracking and move and be fast with it. Let them move faster and give us something better. Let the frown on faces of people outside, let it disappear. Let smile come there. Let people move around on the street with smiles on their face. Then we will know that they are there and they are performing. All of these things they are doing, they are just they should keep it to themselves.
But 6 months.
Let them give us good governance.
But 6 months is just a very short time to do that. Maybe we should give them the benefit of the doubt. It's just 4 years. It's about 6-7 months out of the administration.
But do you think Nigerians will want to wait for this? But finally, comrade, before I allow you go, people always say that the judiciary system, people don't even respect the laws of the land. Why am I saying this? There's always court injunction. There's always, directives coming from the courts, and people don't follow. Remember, the labor unions going on strike despite the court injunction stopping them. And Alex Usifo, in some of the interviews he granted, said that even federal government does not follow court injunction. Why do you think this is? It is difficult for government agencies, including labor unions, following court injunctions.
Yeah, I think it has to do with individual. The way we individuals, we Nigerians, the way we see our laws and the way we handle it. Because when we talk about government not obeying court pronouncement and all of that, now we have seen a lot of that in this country, and it goes to tell us that some of the people we have in government that claim to be Democrats are really not democratic. They are not Democrats at all. Because if you are a Democrat, then you want to do things the way it should be done. If we have chosen to go the way of democracy, then we must imbibe and that we must agree and make sure that we do things the way democracy dictates it. All the tenets of democracy must be obeyed, and then we must play according to the rule. We are not doing it. So if government is not doing it, now, the possibility is that people on the street also will not do it. And they will tell you, after all, government did not do it. And then our judiciary needs a lot of reform, needs to be reformed. And when it is done, when there is when there is a court judgment of, let's say, a pronouncement, a legal pronouncement is made, and it affects government, and government did not do it, and at the end of the day, nothing happens. The judiciary has nothing to do about that, and it did nothing about that. That means a precedent has been laid. A precedent has been set that could be, a new administration that is coming after whichever can write on and say, well, after all, the past administration did this, so why can't I do it? And I think individually, that's some of the things that these national orientation agencies and all that need to be doing. Let the people know. Let us change our thinking. Let's change the way we view things. Okay. When we talk about due process, at our individual levels, if I say whatever the law says, I'm going to obey. Now, if we begin to do that, even if we get to government, then we will do the same thing. Look at traffic rule. It's everywhere. Where a lot of people will get to traffic light, get to the junction where there's traffic light, it will look left, look right, and even though the traffic says stop, it will say because there are no vehicles coming from here, then it will go. Even when there are vehicles coming, a lot of people will still drive against traffic. So these are some of the things. When people like that get into government, what would you expect? Of course, they will do things that will not be in tandem with the rule of the land. So it has to start from our individual level for us to say, look, this is the way I'm going to live my life. Okay. And then when we get whatever position we get to, then it will become part of us, because it has become something. It is already something that we have decided that we're going to live with, and then it won't change. We won't change.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Comrade Oluomotosho, for joining us all the way from Abuja this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Okay, good morning. So we connect with Comrade Ayode Jadishokwe this morning. It is about doing the right thing, right?
Yes, it's about doing the right thing and making everything work.
All right, this is School Bams, the so-called Bears, do the right thing. And, Comrade Ayode Jadishokwe will join us from the other side as
we were doing the right thing.
As we, do a quick review of the week, most especially the biggest news and some of the stories here.
It's the one thing that can make the world okay. And it doesn't cost nothing, no, you don't even have to pay. It's about doing the right thing every day. 'Cause you are the light, you are the sign, you are the only hope, keeping hope alive. Do the right thing, let the world see, let the light shine everywhere. And when it seems like no one's watching, do the right thing anyway. Just do the right thing all the time, and you'll be sure to have the whole world saying, yeah. Do the right thing. Hey! Do the right thing. If the right thing is the order of the day, then the world will be a better place to stay. A corrupted mind is your worst enemy. So I suggest you do the right thing starting today. 'Cause you are the light, you are the sign, you are the only hope, keeping hope alive. Do the right thing, let the world see, let the light shine everywhere. Yeah. When it seems like no one's watching, do the right thing anyway. Just do the right thing all the time, and you'll be sure to have the whole world singing. Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
It's about doing the right thing, and doing the right thing starts with you.
And I.
All right, Comrade Ayode Jadishokwe is also going to do the right thing on the program this morning. Comrade, thank you for joining us.
And thank God it's Friday. Good morning.
It is truly a Friday. You are upbeat about it.
Do you follow the traffic lights? Has it ever happened? Has it ever happened to you before? Sometimes when you see the traffic light, still counting down, and you need to rush down, and
It is just impossible for me to do that. It is just impossible. It is just impossible.
And
break the law. It's just impossible.
Have you also rubbed palms? Let me quickly do this thing. Just pay small change.
Just quickly,
Have you done it before?
Brotherly and sisterly.
Have I rubbed palm with?
Yes. Have you rubbed someone's palm to help you out with something before?
I didn't get that. It was breaking up.
Can you hear me now, comrade?
Loud and clear down.
Okay, so have you rubbed someone's palm with small cash to help you, execute a job?
I'm averse to that. I am averse by my upbringing. I am averse to such things.
Okay.
I am averse to it.
All right.
I am just averse to it.
Okay, now, so let's go straight to some of the major headlines, we have during the week. Also today, Comrade Oluwamotosho has, spoken about, the service chiefs failing to show up at the National Assembly, rebuttal statement. However, we're having the Kano governorship polls court of appeal decision, the verdicts going down today in Abuja. However, we are also seeing another headline about in Ondo State about Akeredolu, vote of confidence, passed on him. But do we say that these people just want Akeredolu to finish his term and then we go? Because look at the headline here: 31 EXCO members pass confidence votes in Akeredolu. 2 commissioners abstain. Return to Akure now. Group tells governor. Is Akeredolu taking people of Ondo State for a ride?
Well, I think I shared on this platform that a couple of weeks back, maybe 2-3 weeks, I spoke with one of his very, very, very close aides. And he told me what was wrong with Akeredolu. Quite different from what was in the media space. The man is back, he's recuperating. But you see, anyone can fall sick. But the issue of this vote of confidence, it is showing us that the situation may be degenerating. And from what the man told us, it is people who are close, very close to Akeredolu that are doing this to him. When I saw that vote of confidence, I wondered why there was a need for that vote of confidence. But it is good that at least we saw some people abstain from that vote of confidence by the cabinet. You see, you recall during the days of President Yaradua, something like this occurred, and there was an outburst by the then Minister for Information, Dora Akinyuli. You understand? Some people cannot take those stuff. They say it as it is. It is those who do not have a second address that will belly their concern for what they are going to eat, as it were. Believe you me, you have done the first time. There is no time after this. Why don't you just go rest and take care of yourself? But that's not a Nigerian thing. We just hang in there. If you remember that state, the governor from Taraba State who was involved in an aircraft crash. He hung in there until he died in office. He was actually an invalid. The day he was supposedly brought in, people were holding on to him on both sides. He hung on to office, but some people in the shadows, they want to hang on to power. Life outside of power to them is meaningless. And it can only mean they had no life before they came to power. That is why they hang in there. But strangely, Akeredolu was already the bar president, was already a senior advocate. He was a made man. That office didn't make Akeredolu. In fact, he is adding value to that office by coming into politics to add value. But it's a strange thing, honestly, hanging in there. It is the people around them the power holders that usually insist that they stay on. It is a very sad one.
Okay,
a sad one.
If Akeredolu is actually getting the vote of confidence, and on the other hand, we have its deputy still, with the saga. Ayedatiwa, still in the saga of, impeachment. Let's look at this. It's a dicey situation. It's looking as though this impeachment may not stand because most of the cabinet in Akeredolu administration are not really, in support of this. For that vote of confidence to be passed.
You see, even that vote of confidence that was passed, you see, you remember what they used to say in the Western region. You know, you can see me raise my hand up in a vote of confidence. Do you know the nocturnal meetings these people attend? You know, when all good people are gone to bed, that's when they begin their own meeting. You know, so all those who voted in favor of Akeredolu at that cabinet meeting, you cannot trust, you cannot even confidently say that you trust 50% of them. That is the nature of politics. They call it dirty. Well, I call it deadly transaction.
Okay, deadly transaction. But let's talk about Mr. President, who made a return to the country yesterday after his Dubai Africa Summit, same as going to Guinea-Bissau. What should be the focus of Mr. President? We're in the month of November, right? Today is 17th day in the month of November.
Production. Identify the low-hanging fruit. Identify where we have comparative advantage. Food security is number one. Things are not going to happen overnight. Things didn't get bad overnight. But food production, low-hanging fruit, empower the youth. And when I say empower the youth, I don't mean all these empowerments that politicians are doing. I mean, the youth of this country, they are vibrant, mostly educated, they are restless, and if you engage them productively, especially in the area of sports, entertainment, and IT, yes, we will end up having a booming economy. So it's about production. All this noise about the value of the dollar to the naira is simply because we are a consumptive nation. Even a high value naira is not in our interest if we export. What is the exchange rate of the dollar to the yen? So it is production, and productively engaging the youth population. And don't forget education too. Education is the bedrock of development.
Okay. All right. Well, what a great time to have you. I mean, this week, Comrade Ayodeji Ajishokwe. Maybe I should just ask you, what was the biggest news for you this week? I mean, talking about stories that dropped in this, outgoing week.
The one that occurred in Osun yesterday.
Which?
The removal and the suspension of the chief judge. That governor is a product of, judicial processes. And I was lucky to be around the people that are involved in this. And when that order of the industrial court was gotten, and it was to be served yesterday in Osogbo, the bailiff was almost assaulted. I mean, that is ridiculous. That is always a dangerous thing. The judiciary is the arbiter, the one they call the last hope of the common man. A judgment has been gotten. Why will you prevent service? They didn't allow them to serve it. They are going to be serving it via newspaper. That was to ensure that they carried out whatever they were going to do. It is unnecessary. Life is transient. Even power is an illusion. Where are the men of yesteryear? Where is Babangida that held streets? Where is Obasanjo? Where is Yaradua? Where is Jonathan? Where is Oyinlola? Where is Aregbesola? Men of yesteryear. they should think about legacies. Recklessness is not admissible in governance, especially against the law and against the Constitution.
Okay. All right, thank you very much, Comrade Ayode Jadishokwe, for joining us on the show this morning and running this week with us. And we hope to have you next week.
Do have a splendid weekend, Comrade Brother and Sister.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
All right, check the time right now. It is 10:09 from your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 939 FM. A lot is going down in Nigeria. Let's also let you know that the governorship poor court of appeal verdict will be going down today. I mean, it started yes, it's 10 o'clock, like 9 minutes ago, so we should be expecting updates from Abuja today. All right, well, from this corner here, we'll be wrapping up the program, and we'd love to say very big thank you to those who stayed back online to contribute their quota also on the show. Oluyemi, Olaniromiki, Abolari, Oni Olufemi Shegun Afolabi. Thank you so much for doing this with us today. Favor Lorenzola, thank you for jumping into the studio.
Thank you for having me.
All right, remember, AM Updates makes a return next week, Monday, 9 o'clock, we kick off sports show. And after the kick off sports show, we jump into the newspaper review. But also remember, the Father Christmas Grotto will be opened on the 1st of December 2023. So
I'm looking forward to that. Actually.
Allow your kids breathe, because
so Solutions FM is giving you the platform to breathe.
Aha. So, well, you would love to get more updates, come to our station, 100 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Aweni House, to get your ticket and get more confirmation.
Or you can actually call out, call some numbers. 081 80 90 5832 081 80 90 5832 for confirmation. If you do not know our station, you can just call that number and you will get to reach us.
All right, well, my name is Oladapo Okunubi. It is Friday.
It's your energy. It's the energy for me. I'm enjoying this energy. I hope the same energy will be, brought into the Friday show by 2 o'clock today.
Okay. All right. This is you Adekunle Goat and Flavor.
Right.
Oh, oh, only good energy. Oh yeah, It's a golden vibe.